first opened in 2017. Here's a look inside the one-of-a-kind setting for football. That is Mercedes-Benz Stadium here in Atlanta, the home of the Falcons. Coming up, a terrific matchup to decide who represents the NFC in the Super Bowl. It's the Detroit Lions and the Atlanta Falcons. With my partner, Greg Olsen, I'm Mike Tirico. We are just about set to kick it off. Off we go on Sunday Night Football. Nice job on the return. He's down close to the 35-yard line. It's the first run of the game for Bijan Robinson. And that play gets nothing. So, no gain on the game's first snap. No gain on the play.
This defense wanted to come out early in this game and take the fight to the offense. And boy, did they ever set the tone on the very first play, keeping that carry to no gain.
Second and 10. Out of the shotgun, it's Penix. Throwing off his back foot, and it's taken in. And he's going to be brought down up past the 45. His first catch of this NFC Championship game, good enough for a first down.
And this is what you can do when you have one of the best receivers in the game. You understand that even if the coverage is not perfect for the play call, sometimes it's just as simple as, my guy is better than your guy, and we're going to just keep giving him a chance.
Now the lefty Penix on first down. There's Kyle Pitts with the grab. That's a nice pickup on a first down throw. It's a gain of 8. 8
yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 2 at the Lions' 45-yard line.
On second down, Penix. His throw left side is complete. And he'll take this one in. Touchdown Atlanta. And that is the way to start a game. Not just score, but Greg, score quickly. A nice opening drive for the first 6 points.
Well, it seems like the hours spent on that opening game script was time well spent. I mean, to take the ball right down the field that quickly, right out of the gates, that's a pretty good opening drive and an early 6 points.
7-0 is our score as this kick is sent into the air.
The Lions take over 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
From the 35, it's 1st and 10. The slog, a man in motion. That's quickly out to Williams. They'll get about 4 here as he is taken down.
A bit of a quick hitter here. What you're hoping for, Mike, is that the defense can't react quickly enough because the ball's coming out so hot. But they knew it was coming, and they end up holding them to just a short gain.
Ball on the 39. Here's 2nd and 6.
18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal. Purple 80. 60 Maverick, 60 Maverick.
Blitz coming, he'll throw it. Hit as as he throws, and it is incomplete. Just couldn't deliver that one the way he wanted to. Not really sure if there was much there anyways. We do know it'll be third down.
I think he knew in the back of his head, Mike, he had to get rid of this ball a little sooner than he would have liked. And with that pressure getting there in a hurry, just ends up being a wasted down.
On third down, they'll set up to throw. His first catch of this NFC Championship game, good enough for a first down.
These third down conversions are just so important, Mike. Everybody stresses we want to possess the ball, give our offense as much opportunity to end as many drives as we can, scoring points. So if you want to stay on the field, you better be good on third down.
Not much happening there, just a short game. Ball spotted at the 45. Here's 2nd and 8.
Cowboy 80.
On the bootleg, he'll look to throw. And they're going to get to him and take him down, taken back to the other side of midfield. James Pierce getting in to drop him. It's a loss of 6. And it's third down.
Ready, right?
On play action, he'll set up to throw. That's over the middle and intercepted. Picked off by Troy Anderson. And he's going to be out of bounds, but quite a turn of events here. He has set up the offense with 1st and goal.
So often, Mike, defenders are just happy the ball ends up in his hands, but not this guy. I mean, the catch was one thing, but then the party really got started. I mean, look at this return. He gets one block. He gets another.
And he barrels his way into the end zone. Bijan Robinson. Touchdown, Falcons. No problem there on the extra point. And the Falcons will extend their first quarter lead. It's now 14-0. The Lions call their first timeout, and they'll get a chance to catch their breath over on the sideline. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. A return now from the 4. He'll get across the 20, mark him down 23-yard line. Here to begin the drive. This one broken up. It's incomplete. The defender right there with him. It brings up 2nd down.
He's usually such a reliable target in the passing game. Like, we just don't see him struggle to come down with catches like that all too often. And when you're one of the go-to guys on your team, I know the hit's coming, but guess what? It feels a lot better after you take that hit after a catch than it does after a drop.
The tight end, Sam Laporta, the intended receiver. Third down coming up.
Trap 60. 7 Pirates. Steady.
He'll look to throw. That's right side and brought in by Williams. Early big play here. They're going to go for it on 4th down. To Slav, a man in motion. That's taken in. And this is going to backfire in a big way. going for it on their own side of midfield, but they turn it over on down. On first down, it's Penix. He's hit after the catch, and the ball comes free. The Lions have got it. Inside the 20. And he returns this all the way. Touchdown, Detroit. And Greg, you talked about it all week. Not just stop them with the defense, but make impact plays, and that is as big a play as you can ask for.
Yeah, and across the league, Mike, this continues to be a huge point of emphasis. Every defensive coach starts practice with takeaway circuits. How can...
And look at this! The extra point is blocked. The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. Here comes the return from a yard or two deep. And he will get back to only about his 20-yard line. That's where the drive will start.
At their own 20-yard line.
And this one is intercepted. It's DJ Reed. And he's going to be brought down. What a turn of events here. He has given his guys 1st and 10 in the red zone.
I think a lot of people, Mike, when they see a screenplay develop, they just take the completion for granted. And typically it is, but then you get a defender, somebody like this, who just anticipates it. They see it from the start, and they're able to perfectly time their jump, step in front of the throw, and come away with the interception. He does a nice job coming from his safety position, filling his run gap assignment. Keeps this to a modest gain at best.
They face 2nd down and 7. Williams in motion. The RPO. That one is complete. Oh, a nice open field tackle there. He could not get free. They're going to stop him for no gain.
Really well done here by the defense, Mike, executing this zone defense, and they've got to be able to pattern read. You're not just going to drop back to a spot and just play like a robot. Based on what the receivers do off the line, the defenders have different rules of where their zones move to. Well, they had that one dialed in right from the jump, and they were able to stop that play really before it got started.
Isaac Tesla was the intended target, and it's going to lead to 4th down. The Lions going to turn things over to the field goal unit. Officially, a 29-yard attempt. The kick is perfect, right down the middle. The Lions are back within 5.
It's always a little bit of a letdown. Like you find yourself deep in the red zone and you have to settle for a short field goal like that. In this case, he's able to put it through and they get free.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. This taken at the 5. Not much on the return. They'll stop him at the 17.
At their own 17-yard line.
The drive will begin here with a run by Robinson. And he shows off those strong legs running through one tackle. Give him a gain of 8.
He was taken down by Kirby Joseph. A gain of
1 quarter down, 3 to go on the road to the Super Bowl.
26-yard line.
It's the Falcons with the early lead. Greg and I back in Atlanta after this.
On the
So, from the 26-yard line, here's 2nd and a yard. And they'll run out of the gun. Here comes Robinson. He's inside the 40. Bijan Robinson. And he is gone. 73 yards. Touchdown, Atlanta. Extra point try forthcoming. He's got it. And Falcons add on one more as they extend their second quarter lead. The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. And that one is through the back of the end zone. It is a touchback. They'll start this one on the ground with Gibbs. And he'll get 2 on this one before being taken down.
So this team finds themselves now in a little bit of a tricky situation here, Mike. If they don't find a way to start sustaining some of these drives and come away with points, all of a sudden you're trailing by double digits in the second half. You become very one-dimensional. You become very pass-heavy, and that's certainly not how any team in the NFL wants to play.
Here comes the blitz as he looks to throw. His throw left side to Slaw. He's got it. And they'll work this close to a first down, maybe just a tad short. They're going to try to run here with Gibbs. Finds room inside the 40. And he will score. Jahmyr Gibbs. Touchdown, Lions. Good-looking rushing touchdown there. Offensive line does its job. That back taking off to the end zone for the touchdown.
Mike, you're exactly right. He might get credit in the box score for that long rushing touchdown, but it was the big guys up front who were able to make that play possible.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. The return team going to let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback.
35-yard line.
They'll throw on first down with Penix. Open man downfield, that's London. And they'll have it across midfield down at the opposing 46-yard line. His first catch of this NFC Championship game, good enough for a first down.
46-yard line.
They run over center with Robinson. He'll work his way forward for about 3 yards. Riley Williams is there on the stop.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 43-yard line.
From the 43, here's 2nd down and 7.
79 Broncos. 18 Pioneer. Go street.
From the gun, here is Penix. Open man, he's got it. It's London. And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line. That's a pair of hookups on this drive. This one goes for 14 yards and a first down.
19 tight.
From the gun, it's Penix. That's caught left side by Pitts. And he'll be out of bounds down at the 15-yard line. That is 14 for the second time. Back-to-back 14-yard gains and a first down.
15-yard line.
first down, it's Robinson. And not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that one.
We're seeing such an uptick, Mike, across the league in these hybrid kind of positionless defenders, especially safety. So are they a safety? Are they a linebacker? They're good in both coverage. And in this case, they can play near the line of scrimmage and still make plays on the ground.
On second down, here's Penix. To the right, that's Pitts. And he's going to be dropped after a pickup of about 5.
That's a gain of 5. Brings up 3rd and 4.
Here's a 3rd down and 4. To throw is Penix. He's got it at the 3. And they'll stop him just short of the goal line, but they are going to have enough to convert. It's going to be 1st and goal.
What an impressive drive this has really been, and it's a combination of big plays and 3rd down conversions. Now after that last 3rd down pickup, it's 1st and goal. They got a chance to finish this really impressive drive and come away with 6.
Robinson trying to find a crease in that mass of humanity, but he's going to come up short. Now Detroit's going to use their 2nd timeout, and they'll get together prior to the 2nd down play.
Let's go. Cowboy 80. Let's go.
To the goal line and in. Kyle Pitts. Touchdown Atlanta. Point after. Coming up here. He's got it. And the Falcons are able to extend the lead.
Falcons 28, Lions 16.
The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. Couldn't take the chance. They're going to return it from the goal line. And he will get cut down short, shy of the 20-yard line.
At their own 19-yard line.
On the ground to start, they give it to Gibbs. And not much there. Good defense, held to no gain.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
Throwing now from the gun. Flush to his right. He'll get rid of it and complete it. And he'll get about 8 yards as he's ushered out of bounds. It'll set up 3rd down.
There's a lot of ways to get the ball in the hands of your running backs, and it's not always by just handing it to them. In this case, it's a simple check down, picks up a good gain, brings up 3rd down.
Okay, ready?
They'll look to pick this up 3rd and a yard.
18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal. Ready?
A run here with Gibbs. And he's going to have a Lions 1st down. Able to convert, albeit not by much. They get it on 3rd and a yard.
1st down. A gain of 3 on the play.
To Slav, a man in motion. We're going to get this outside. This could be a double pass. That's going to be incomplete. Looked like they had him for a second. They went into the bag of tricks. It almost worked. It's second down.
Here we go.
Off the play fake. He'll look to throw. Now, deep shot for Armon. Oh, a huge mistake late in the half. It is intercepted. And his offense is going to be all set up with a short field and a chance to extend their lead.
It's not often, Mike, that everything breaks right for this type of return off of an interception. But boy, is it beautiful when it does. I mean, look at the defenders just flip around and become blockers, trying to spring their guy to the house. Great athleticism, some great moves on his part. I mean, he's going to have some of his offensive teammates looking over their shoulder for their position. And what a way to close out the half, Mike. They essentially stole 3 points right before the break, and I think that's something they can build on at halftime and give them some positive momentum coming out for the second half.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. On the run to the right. He's going to dial up another deep ball. That's going to be incomplete. They took a shot on the final play. Prayer not answered. And that is how this first half will come to an end. Both of these teams hoping to be the ones to lift the George Halas Trophy. Quarter number 3 of the NFC title game underway. The return is Greg Gort. And he's down at the 23, and that's where the offense will take over.
Come on. Hit. Cowboys.
Right away, they'll set up to throw. That's a short one, caught by Laporta.
So the hope is when you call these underneath drag routes, you're trying to have your tight end come out the backside of the defense in space. So when you put the ball on him early, it leads to big yards after the catch. In this case, they don't get the real big play they were hoping for, but they'll definitely take it.
They'll bring St. Brown in motion.
19 Lions. Dragon 60.
Now they'll set up to throw. That's going to be incomplete. Good work by the defender. Bodied his man up. Wouldn't allow the catch. It'll force third down. They'll look to throw. He's got his tight end. That's Laporta. His second catch of the drive. This one good for 15 and a first down.
And the Lions first down. A gain of 15. First down, Lions.
7 Pirates. 18 Pioneers. Street. Come 19. Go.
They'll look to throw again. Forced out wide, and he's not able to get away. He does manage to get back to the original line of scrimmage, and they'll set up second down.
It's second down.
Now, faking the give. He'll be hit as he throws this time, and it's going to fall incomplete. They might be fortunate just to avoid the sack, and it'll set up a third down.
They got there in a hurry, didn't they, Mike? I mean, luckily for him, he saw that free rusher coming, and at the very least was able to get that ball out to prevent the sack.
Williams in motion. On third down, they'll set up to throw. He finds his man. It's Dortch. His first catch of this NFC Championship game. Good enough for a first down. He'll set up to throw. He'll send it downfield for Laporta. Oh, a lot of chances on that one. It was bouncing around, but it falls incomplete.
They're trying to take the top off the defense, make them feel that vertical threat, and soften everything up. Wasn't a ton of separation downfield, at least not what they would have preferred, and ended up being a wasted down.
Now Gibbs. He's fighting to get back to the line of scrimmage, but can't get there. Drops for the loss of a yard.
And after that negative run, I think this changes the play call now on third down. So this offensive line has to be a lot better on first and second down to gain positive yards. Stay on track, because you don't want to be in third and pass too often in today's NFL.
60 Maverick. 79 Broncos.
He'll look to throw. The pressure, too much, and he goes down. It's too long for a field goal. They'll go for it here on fourth down.
Hey, Cash. Buffalo 18. 60 Bobcats. 60 Bobcats.
Back to throw. And he's going to be hit and taken down. They got him with a big-time rush that leads to a turnover on down.
So the key to this fourth down stop defensively was their ability to flush the quarterback out of the pocket. Anytime you can do that, you shrink the field, you limit the quarterback's options, and in this case, he can't find anyone, and ultimately...
He works free, great side, and he will go all the way. Touchdown, Falcons. Now to try here for the point after. He's got it, and the Falcons will extend this third quarter lead. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away.
The Lions take over first down 10 at their own 35-yard line.
That is caught out wide on the RPO. And he's down on the other side of midfield. Mark him at the 48-yard line. That's the way to get started. A pickup of 17 and a very quick first down.
It's a gain of 17 yards.
A quick throw on the RPO is complete. And he'll be run out of bounds. That's a good game on first down. They pick up 7 yards.
We hear the term RPO so often, Mike, and it continues to kind of trickle its way into the NFL. But remember, it's a lot different in the NFL than it is in the college game where it's a lot more prevalent. The lineman cannot go downfield. So that quarterback has to make a lot of really fast snapshot decisions, or else it's going to lead to a penalty or him holding on to the ball too long. So it's something that teams want to implement, but maybe not quite to the level that we see in the college game.
Call it a gain of 13. First down, Detroit.
A gain of 13 yards.
On play action, he'll set up to throw. And he can't hang on through the contact. Incomplete. Good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. It'll bring up second down. He'll drop to throw. Here's a screen set up for Gibbs.
Just a little slow developing on that screenplay there. It was pretty obvious to the entire defense exactly what was going on. Nobody was thinking pass. Nobody was getting back into their drops, and just nowhere for that back to go.
Come on. Hey. 7.
On third down, they'll throw from the gun. Inside the 10, it is caught. And he'll be forced out of bounds. That's catch 3 just on this drop. And it gets his team a first down.
First and goal at the 8-yard line.
Here we go. 60 Bison.
Now receiver coming around. He's got the pop pass. And this is not going to work out. One quarter remains in the NFC Championship game. This is the NFL Playoffs on EA Sports. Going in the wrong direction. Now second and goal from the 12.
19, Tiger, 19, Tiger.
Look at that. Slipped it across his body and connected. That's going to move him closer, but they're going to need to come up with something here. Here comes third and goal. Forced out left. This is caught for a touchdown. There is a penalty flag down. Let's see if this one holds up. So, a costly penalty here. It wipes away the touchdown. The offense staying on the field. They're going to go on fourth and goal. Laporta in motion. And he's in. Sam Laporta. Touchdown, Detroit. Well, Greg, the light's still on way down at the end of the tunnel here. They are climbing back into this one with that touchdown here in the fourth quarter.
And they have a tall task ahead of them, Mike, but they have a chance. I mean, we've seen stranger things happen. They got a two-possession game here late. They're going to need a couple stops, and they're going to need a couple things to bounce their way. Not a real complicated breakdown needed here, Mike. In short yardage situations like that, if you have confidence in both your back and your offensive line, sometimes it's the simplest plays that have the best results.
So down 2 scores, they're going to roll the dice here with an onside kick. The kickoff unit is out there, and they'll send this one away.
Late in the game, this is where you see teams really start taking some chances. And boy, this was a big one, but it's not going to work out.
Drive the right side with Robinson. And he'll be hauled down at about the 35-yard line. A gain there of 11. It's good for a Falcons first down.
First and 10 at the 35-yard line.
Here we go. Bronco 80.
They'll go again with Robinson. And they will take him down at the 20-yard line. They have found something on the ground. 16 more yards on that carry.
So when you're evaluating the impact of a team's run game, I think it's important at the end of the game to look back and say, okay, how many yards did they run for? But more importantly, when did those yards come? Did I run for those yards in the fourth quarter, which typically means I had to lead? That's the sign of a successful run game, as opposed to getting a lot of meaningless yards early in the game.
On first down, right back to Robinson. How about that? Quick feet there. Made a man miss. On his way to a nice pickup of 7.
And he's been on an absolute tear throughout this entire game, Mike. I mean, he's averaging over 10 yards per carry. And anytime you can run the ball with that explosiveness, it's just going to be hard to beat.
Yet another Alabama back in the lead. This is Brian Robinson. And the Falcons are going to have first and goal, trying to finish off this drive with a touchdown.
4-minute offense, Mike, so what does it mean? 1, make the defense use all of their remaining timeouts. 2, continue to pick up first downs, milk the clock. And then 3, if possible, finish with the ball in your hands.
70 Lions.
They'll run with Robinson. And he's into the end zone yet again. Bijan Robinson. Touchdown, Atlanta. Saving his best for the playoffs. His 3rd touchdown of the game. Greg, that's one of those scores where it's not completely over, but it's getting to be about that time.
Yeah, Mike, I just think they're entering miracle stage right now, and I just don't think there's any coming back from this deficit.
Makes the score Falcons 45, Lions 24.
The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. And no return here. This is a touchback.
Let's go. Hawk 70, Hawk 70.
Back to throw here to begin the drive. And he's going to be brought down up past the 45. That one good for a dozen. Very quick first down.
Lions first down.
Get it.
Gain of 12.
Now a timeout for Atlanta. That's their first. They'll be disappointed there after giving up the first down.
Track. 70 Timberwolves.
A shotgun snap. He'll look to throw. He'll let this one go long for Williams. And the Falcons are going to have the football at their own 1-yard line.
For these young rookie quarterbacks, every snap in the NFL is an opportunity to have a lesson learned, and sometimes the lessons come a little bit harder than others. In this case, they kind of fool them with their blitz package. It's a little bit more complex at the NFL level than it is necessarily in college, and I think he just got a first-hand taste of just how fast this pressure can get on you. And sometimes when it speeds up that clock, you can make a bad throw.
Let's go now.
This looks like a design run, and he'll force his way forward, maybe a yard. Second down coming up.
They went to the design quarterback run, and there just wasn't a lot of space for the quarterback to operate. You can see him kind of waiting for some of the blocks to develop. Never transpired. Didn't get a whole lot going. Short game.
Second down and 8. On the handoff, it's Robinson. And he will get forward for about 5 yards. That sets up third down.
That's a gain of 6. Makes it 3rd and 2.
So, 2 minutes to play here in the second half. Back to crown the NFC champion after this. Now a 3rd and 2. The zone read. This is Penix. This will not do the trick. They've stopped it behind the line. 4th down coming up.
You know, Mike, it's funny, when you're facing these really elite defensive linemen, sometimes it's easier to make them the read guy rather than actually try to block them. Unfortunately, they're elite for a reason, and sometimes they're still able to make the play like we saw here.
So that brings up 4th down. The veteran Jake Bailey called on to punt. Greg Dortch deep to return. Going to lose yardage on this return. Tried to retreat, but is covered up.
At the 48-yard line.
Here we go. Cowboy 80.
Straight ahead with Gibbs. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. And that's it.
Cut back team. Cut back team. Dragon 60. Panther 11. Panther 11.
Laporta in motion. Out of the gun. He'll throw. Right side. It's Laporta, the tight end.
To number 87, Sam Laporta. It's a gain of 9.
Third and inches.
Here we go. Shot. 70 lying.
They'll throw out of the gun. And he's going to have a Lions first down as they're able to move the sticks for the gain of 4 on 3rd and inches.
3rd and short. We think this ball's expected to come out quick. But when all the receivers were taken away, he decides to make a break for it. He doesn't get a whole lot, but what he gets is just enough to move the chains.
19 Charger.
Laporta in motion. Flush to his right. Reaching for it, the tight end couldn't bring it in. It's incomplete.
This is one of those situations that plays directly into the hands of the defense because they know this offense has to be one-dimensional. This has to be a pass. So what do? They bring in extra defensive backs. They clog up the back end. And at the end of the day, there's just nowhere for the offense to go with the ball. So this is where it gets really challenging as an offense. You find yourself trailing late in the game. The defense can play you one-dimensional. They know it's a pass-first situation, so extra defensive backs, the zones and the coverage are a little bit tighter and cloudier, and he's having a hard time finding any open windows downfield. It's just so hard to be a good offense in the NFL, Mike, when you are not good on 3rd down. Your inability to extend drives, it either puts a lot of pressure on your coaches to be aggressive on it.
And he's going to go down. The pressure too much. And that should wrap this one up as they have to give it up on downs.
You find yourself down big. It's the 4th quarter. There's really no choice but to go for this at this point. But once again, this defense, they're up to the task, and they come through yet again with a huge stop.
So it's a win here for the Falcons. As their fans will celebrate, they claim the George Halas Trophy, champions of the NFC. Next stop, the Super Bowl. So that'll do it for us. For Greg Olson and our terrific team behind the scenes, I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. Follow us on X at EA Madden NFL. The Falcons are winners as we say so long from Atlanta.